Living that student life is hard, especially when it's wacky hair day. But every day you wake up to go to class and you gotta eat ramen to save for tuition. But you need a car. And how about one for $2,000? That sounds about right. Plus you want something that doesn't break down on the way to class and something much more fun to sit in than those boring lectures. You know what I'm talking about. But Ideal fam, don't sleep on these deals because your boy Brad Danger's here to show you the best cars for students under $2,000. Speaking of sleeping, turn on the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll wake up to a new Ideal video every other day. So grab your lunch boxes and let's go. Our first car will give you power, and when people see it on the road, they're gonna double check their speedometer too. We're talking about the Ford Crown Victoria. When you think of American cop cars, this should be one of the first ones that comes to mind. Police drive the wheels off these things, and now after all the goodies are stripped out, they're offered at one hell of a discount. The Police Interceptor version, known as the P71, has the bulletproof engine that you want. Getting you to class on time is an American 4.6-liter V8. Making 250 horsepower to the rear wheels. Big power to the rear wheels on a cop car? Sign me up. And you know that means donuts all day, every day. Now, this Crown Vic is a perfect daily driver because think about it. Cops had to sit in this car for super long shifts every single day. So you know it has comfort, and because it's an Interceptor, it has a little extra chassis safety too. And if you get a little financial aid money, you could trick this thing out to look like an actual cop car with lights and loudspeakers, which would be super illegal, but does sound like a little bit of fun. So if you want your friends to think you're a cop, I found this decent looking one with only a couple paint scratches for just under $1,900. Now that is a tax return well spent. And while these American V8s are reliable, they need to be well maintained. So if you want a car that you can just drive and not care about maintenance, then get a Honda Civic. We all know that Honda motors are bulletproof, and the Civic is the definition of Honda's super reliability. With regular maintenance and care, these things will go to 300,000 miles and beyond, which is crazy for any car. Now, making this thing reliable is either the 1.7 or the 2-liter 4-cylinder, which will bring your car from 0 to 60 in a lightning quick 8 seconds. Yeah, it's opposite day here at Ideal. I know you won't be winning any races, but you will be chuckling when you pass your buddy's Mustang when he's at the pump and you still have half a tank. And that's on your way to the bank. And seriously, these things have everything you need as a student. 4 doors for your friends, big trunk space for some ramen, and a safe and predictable driving experience. In fact, most people that I know that have learned how to drive a stick have learned on a Civic. They're just so easy to drive, and maintenance can be less than $300 a year, where with some of my cars, it's like $300 a month, and that's on an inexpensive month. My haircut, free 99. But for you, all that money you save on maintenance, you can use for textbooks and other necessities. And while, yes, I agree, they aren't the prettiest, you can really rely on them to get you to class safely. Here's a 2003 Sick Silver Civic. Hey, that's kind of a tongue twister. Sick Silver Civic. Sick Silver Civic. All right, yeah. This beauty can be yours for only $1,700. But man, sedans, they're kind of fallen out of style. So if you want the SUV version of a Civic, then you get a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And if you want to let all your friends know that you watch Ideal Media, go snag one of these Let's Go tees. They're less than 20 bucks. And this classic SUV offers comfort, convenience, and classic Jeep off-roading prowess. These are clutch, my friend. And if you need to help someone move, or if you need to tow something, Grand Cherokee. If you need something bulletproof, Grand Cherokee. Succeeding the legendary XJ Cherokee, this big brother was a hit when it came out. It's got the practicality, it's got the size, and the top-tier limited trim hosts a bunch of luxury features. You know, things like leather seating, keyless entry system, and even wood trim, just to name a few. All this adds up to a comfy cruiser that you can just dump miles on. Now, the Cherokee came with a number of different engines, and they're actually all pretty good. But our ideal option is the massive 5.9-liter V8, which throws down 250 horses and 350 foot-pounds of torque. It'd be cool to see that in the P71 in a little, you know, first one to get out of the parking lot wins kind of deal, you know? But as far as the Jeep, who wouldn't want one of these things? Because it's an ideal rig for any student. Hear me out. It's leather-filled and comfy, powerful with that huge V8, and best of all, it's reliable so it won't leave you stranded. That sounds like an ideal deal to me. So what does it cost? $2K, baby. Here's this silver V8 monster for $2K on the dot. And I bet if you use the ideal car strategies, you'd be able to get it for a little bit less. Now, that is a great deal, and maybe after class you can throw on some mud tires and hit the dirt road. Speaking of dirt roads, if you want a more reasonable all-roader, then get the Subaru Legacy. Did somebody say all-wheel drive? If you live in a place that snows or rains a lot, get yourself a Legacy. Thanks to that legendary Subaru all-wheel drive, up here in the Pacific Northwest, I see them everywhere. It's probably because they're solid, safe, and reliable cars. Plus, they got the added bonus of that symmetrical all-wheel drive. And I know from experience that'll get you through rain, snow, even that huge homework assignment that's due in the morning. Like it's nothing. And you won't have to worry about spinning out. So why would I get this as a student? Well, why wouldn't I? Especially if you go for the wagon version, because then you can pack all your stuff for school and even have enough room for long road trips with friends. Because they're extremely practical, but they're not all that fast. You only get 168 horsepower under the hood out of a 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder. And yeah, that's good for pretty much beating nothing off the line. But it is a great commuter, and you can get them in a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed auto tragic, but I would definitely recommend the 5-speed if you can get it, especially because these things are an incredible value. For $2,000 flat, I found this 5-speed 01 Legacy in beautiful maroon, and it even has most of its hubcaps. Sure, the Subaru, it's a great car, but for that all-wheel drive, you do trade a little bit of luxury. No leather, nothing. And I know some of you guys want a little bit more class, so you get a Lincoln Town Car. This may be the most luxurious car on the list, and to give you some context of just how luxurious it is, take a look at this limo. Yeah, that is a Lincoln Town Car, and I've been in one of these and they are nice. And usually they're in great condition because usually the original owners are old people and their parents. And this long leather-filled land yacht feels like you're sitting on a couch. Plus, I don't think it looks all that bad either. So for commuting every day to class, this thing would be ideal. And chances are it's maybe a little bit more comfy than your bed. Now, as far as going from 0 to hero, it's actually not that slow. What makes this town car go to town is a reliable 4.6 liter V8 pushing out 220 horses. And it's paired to a seamless automatic transmission, and that equates to a dead smooth luxury car for cheap. Here's this cream on the outside, clean on the inside town car with 115,000 miles for $1,300. Damn, a luxury car that was over $45,000 new. What a deal for a leather-filled V8 Serenade. But that V8, it doesn't sing, it more like gurgles. So if you really want a screamer of an engine, there's only one answer, and one answer only. It's the Acura TL. Wait, what? An Acura with a nice exhaust note? Yeah, I didn't misspeak. Now you believe me? Yes, the powerful 3.2 liter V6 is seriously one of the best sounding V6s ever made. And with 225 horsepower on tap, keeping your foot off the pedal will be a challenge. But sadly, it doesn't sound like this from the factory. Stock, the TL whispers like it's cheating on a test. Not that I've ever done that. Hey, what's the answer to A? Oh, never mind. Anyways, this is an Acura, a luxury Honda. So leather seats, great technology, and stellar reliability. These things are all synonymous with the name, and that makes it the perfect car for a student. Just promise me one thing, you go to an exhaust shop on spring break. And if you want one, here's a red TL with only one owner for under $2K. The TL is a perfect car that you'll probably never have to work on. And if you want to do some tuning and get your hands dirty and make a high horsepower beast, yeah, I know I got your attention now. Then you're gonna wanna get something German, the Audi A4. German cars are known for luxury everything. The B6 A4 is a leather-filled all-wheel drive 4-door sedan that will make people think you have more than lint in your pockets. And that Quattro all-wheel drive system, it's a doozy. In fact, it's a tried and true system that was developed in Group B rally racing, straight up hardcore. And when you pair it with the tuning capability of the A4, oh boy, you got a sleeper on your hands. And we pretty much all know that it came with two different options as far as engines go. You got the 3-liter naturally aspirated V6 that makes 220 horsepower, or the beast 1.8-liter turbo, which makes 170 horsepower? What? The V6 is a better engine, right? Wrong? Okay, the 1.8T is not as reliable as the V6, but put on your mechanic gloves, because with just a simple tune of the 1.8T, you'll have well over 200 horsepower to the wheels. And if you really want to push it with an APR Stage 3 kit, oh baby. Yeah, you're looking at over 300 horsepower to the wheels. Yeah, that is crazy. You can't do that with a naturally aspirated engine. And if you want to get into tuning your ideal car and turning it into an absolute monster, go check out this ideal vid. And I can already hear you guys asking, Brad, why would I want this car if I'm a student? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because if you want a degree in engineering, or you just want to be mechanically inclined, then buying an old Audi, it's like a master class, because you get to spend all of your free time under your hood. And if you want to find the perfect platform, here it is. This Audi A4 with the 1.8T in lush deep blue, right at 2K. A great deal for a tuner, but if you want an A4 and you want something a little bit more reliable, get the V6. Just make sure that you get a part-time job, because these things will bite you in the behind, especially if they have any deferred maintenance. Now, I got a question for you. As far as a budget student car goes, what is your favorite on the list, or did we miss one? Did you like the cop car, the cheeky Cherokee, or maybe the agile Audi? I know you guys are wondering, my ideal pick is definitely the P71. I think the fact that you can cruise down the highway in the left lane and everybody's gonna move over for you, coupled with that 4.6-liter V8 that would take a supercharger extremely well, but then you'd have a $2,000 car and a $2,000 supercharger, but that sounds like a ball of fun. So that would be my ideal pick. Let us know yours down in the comments. Check out some of our other ideal content. My name's Brad Danger. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Also, if you liked the video, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you disliked it, hit the dislike button not just once, but twice. Really let us know you mean it. Also, check out some of our other ideal content. And as always, keep living the ideal lifestyle.